All right, Commitment 2012 coverage now, and a day after Super Tuesday, this is a fight that is still far from over. Mitt Romney, of course, hopes to build on his momentum. Now, this is not an isolated event, however. New Hampshire is also joining a list of other New England states with very similar reports, including Maine and Massachusetts. Andy Hirschberger is live in Goffstown with more on the situation there. Talk about a stunning way to step down. In a resignation letter published today in the New York Times, by the way, a Goldman Sachs executive calls the investment bank, quote, toxic and destructive. The Senate is expected to vote on this measure next week, and it's also important to note that this bill did pass the House well in excess of the number of votes needed to override a governor's veto. Let's talk about another social issue up here, which has not only dominated discussion up in Concord, but all over the country, it seems. And this is the issue of contraception and whether employers should be forced to include that in their health plans. You favor a conscience clause, but at the same time, do you really think this is the stuff that we should be talking about up in Concord right now?
Absolutely not. I mean,
now, for the second time in just about 3 months, President Obama was back in New Hampshire. Air Force One landed right around noontime for a quick stop, which included an address to a packed house at Nashua Community College. And while his remarks were brief, they focused on something that everyone is talking about, the price of gas and what can be done about it. All right, moving on to Commitment 2012 coverage now, and this is Super Tuesday. It certainly has been a roller coaster Republican race for the past couple of months, and today voters in 10 states from coast to coast will head to the polls, putting a total of 436 delegates up for grabs. That's right, guys. And, you know, this is one of the debates that could really have a significant impact on the outcome of this race come election night. Of course, we know that Governor John Lynch is going for a 4th term in office. It's no secret that he's one of the more popular, if not the most popular governor in New Hampshire history. But in recent months, he has come under a barrage of attacks, not so much from his opponent, his Republican opponent, John Stephen, in this, but from third-party outside conservative groups who are spending enormous amount of money trying to chip away at what once was an enormous lead for John Lynch.